Yes. Now listen here children. Multiplication on number line. The first question is you have to show 5 into 2 on the number line. Now how are you going to show 5 into 2 on the number line? 5 into 2 means I told you already to draw and keep 4 number lines children. I have already told you to draw and keep 4 number lines. So this is the first number line that you are going to draw. Okay. Now this is the first number line that we are going to draw. Okay. The first one is 5 into 2. 5 into 2 means it is 5 times 2. Okay. You should take it like that. 5 times 2. 5 times 2 means 1 time 2 is 2. 1 2s are 2. 2 2s are 4. 3 2s are 6. 4 2s are 8. 5 2s are 10. So you have to first see 5 times 2. How much it will be coming. So we are going to start from 0. 5 times we should take 2. We have to count 2. How many times we have to count 2? We have to count 2 5 times. Okay. So we have, now here we have, from 0 we'll start 1, 2. 1 is over. Then second 2. Then third 2. Can you see? Fourth 2. And then we are going to fifth 2. We get 10. Mark it in your notebook children. Yes. Now take the second number line. Okay. I'll be drawing in the same number line, but you will be doing it in the second number line. Okay. And in the second number line, I'll show using another color. Okay. So that you can understand. Now, the second question, the same. 5 into 2, you got it as equal to 10. You have known how to mark 5 into 2. Isn't it? You got it as equal to 10. Now, I am going to take 2 into 5. Can you see? I am going to take 2 into 5. Now, how do you write 2 into 5? You have to write it as 2 times 5. 2 into 5 means 2 times 5. So again, you are going to start the multiplication. You have to start from 0. Okay. You have to start from 0. Then how much distance will you take children? 5. Yes. So here again I am starting from 0. Can you see the blue line? I am starting from 0. I have to take 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One time. Again I have to take, how many times I should take? 2 times I should take 5. So again I'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where have I reached? I have reached 10. So 2 times 5 also I got 10. Understood? Is it clear how to draw? Yes. Now the question for you is, you have made third number line. Now the question for you is, you have to draw 4 into 3 and 3 into 4 on the number line. To whomever I ask, they'll have to show me. Okay. They'll have to show me. Whomever I ask, they'll have to show me. First one we got it as 5 into 2 and 2 into 5. Here I have given you the question as first one 4 into 3. Right. I have given you the question 4 into 3. How will we do 4 into 3? 4 into 3 means 4 times 3. So what will be counting? We'll be counting 4 or we'll be counting 3? We'll be counting in threes. 4 times 3 means we'll be counting in 3. So 1, 2, 3. First one. Then 3 plus 3, 6. Second time. 6 plus 3, 9. Third time. 9 plus 3, 12. Fourth time. So we did it 4 times. We got the answer as 12. Right? Now, the second one I have given you is, what did I give you second one, children? I gave you 3 into 4. Now let us see 3 into 4. Let us see where is 3 into 4. 3 into 4. I'll use blue. It's okay. I can't be repeating for one person, no? So it is 3 times 4. 3 times 4, okay? 4 times 3 and 3 times 4. Now, you see from where we start. 3 times 4 means we are starting from 0. We are starting from 0. What will we take? We'll count 4 or we'll count 3? We have to count 4. So starting from 0, first 4. 0 plus 4, we'll reach 4. 4 plus 4, 8. 8 plus 4, 12. How many times we have drawn the blue line? 3 over, isn't it? 3 times over. So the answer is again 12. 3 times 4 is also 12. Why I am showing you like this? It is not for getting the answer, children. But when it comes 4 into 3 and 3 into 4, how you should be marking on the multiplication line, on the number line. That you should understand clearly. Okay. Somehow you reach the answer 12. That is not the thing. You should now write neatly 4 times 3 and 3 times 4. Now is it clear to all of you? Yes. Those who have come late, I'll try to put it. Very good. Very good. The fourth question, how many whole numbers are there between 32 and 53? Now when I take this, let us see how you do. Between 5 and 7, how many whole numbers are there between 5 and 7? 5, 6, 7. Somebody has again switched on the microphone. Between 5 and 7, 5, 6, 7. There is one number in between, that is 6. Isn't it? There is only one number in between. Now between 4 and 9, you can see the numbers are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. There are 4 numbers in between. What are the 4 numbers? 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay. There are these 4 numbers in between. Now let me see. When I say between 5 and 7, how many numbers are there? How do I do? 7 minus 5. What is the answer of 7 minus 5? It is 2. I am getting the answer as 2. But how many numbers are in between? Only 1. You need not on your microphone, you just listen. So 7 minus 5 is 2 and only one number is in between. Now 9 minus 4, when I do, I am getting 5. 9 minus 4, I am getting 5. But there are only 4 numbers in between. Now can you tell me the connection between this difference and the numbers in between? Now you can on the microphone and give me the answer. Yes, whatever difference you get, minus 1 will be the number of whole numbers in between. Clear? Yes. Now, same way, if we want 32 and 53, what we do is, we do 53 minus 32. 53 minus 32, we get the answer as 21. Difference is 21. Then how many whole numbers will be there in between? 21, we have to minus 1. Whatever, subtracting whatever we get the answer, from that we have to minus 1. 2 minus 1, 1. 5 minus 1, 4. 21 minus 1, 20. Yes. 21 minus 1, 20. Understood? Yes. So this is how we do. Okay. Now we'll move on to the. Now today I'm going to discuss about closure property. Closure means closed. Closure. It just means closed. Okay. Now what do you mean by closed? I'll tell you. I will not put it again. Now listen here. Properties of whole numbers. Closure property. Now when we talk about closure property, it is, the meaning is closed. That is, you think of a room and closing its door. Now if you are sitting in your room alone, you close your door, then you are the only one inside. All others are outside. Isn't it? Now if it is, now when I am talking about closed, I am talking about natural numbers. You think of natural numbers. You know about natural numbers. Natural numbers are numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So you have natural numbers here. Natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Now 0 is also coming. The natural number closes its door. Now, natural number, when it closes its door, 0 is standing outside because 0 is not a natural number. Because 0 is not a natural number. So, 0 has to stay out. Okay. It is closed. Door is closed. So, 0 is not belonging to natural numbers. This is what we call by closed. That is, whenever we make a group, you pin it on my presentation. Okay. You pin it on my presentation and see. Yes. So, closure property, when it is 0, is staying outside the box. Is that clear to you? Now, closure property, when I take whole numbers, I am talking about whole numbers now. This closure property I'll see on adding two whole numbers, multiplying two whole numbers, subtracting two whole numbers, and dividing two whole numbers. That is, whenever I do addition or subtraction, multiplication, the answer I get, will they be inside it or will it be outside? That is the question going to happen. Are they inside or are they? You pin on my presentation, only then you will see it. Closure property. So it is closed. Okay. Now we are going to talk about addition. When you have addition, 7 plus 8 equal to 15. 7 is a whole number, children. Can you see here? The number that we have taken, 7. This is a whole number. You have any doubt? No. 7 is a whole number. 8 is also a whole number. We are adding two whole numbers, 7 and 8. The answer we are getting 15. That is also a whole number. So you can write it down in your notebook. You have written properties of whole numbers. Closure property you have written. Did you write closure property? Yes, closure property. Under that you can write addition. Closure property. Under that you can write addition. Under that you write addition. Then below that you write 7 plus, below that you write, under addition you write 7 plus 8 is equal to 15. 7 plus 8 equal to 15. Comma, a whole number. 7 plus 8 equal to 15, comma, a whole number, whole, W-H-O-L-E, whole number. 7 plus 8 equal to 15. That is, 7 is a whole number, 8 is a whole number, 15 is a whole number. Now, in your mind, you think of any whole number. 3, 4, 3 plus 4, 7, whole number. 5 plus 2, 7. 5, 2, 7, all are whole numbers. So, any two whole numbers you add, the answer you get is also a whole number. Understood? The answer you will be getting is also a whole number. Now, so you can write sum of, you can write below, sum of SUM. Write in your notebook. 7 plus 8 equal to 15, a whole number you have written, no? Below that you will be writing SUM. Sum of any two whole numbers. Sum of any two whole numbers is a whole number. Sum of any two whole numbers is a whole number. Now, no need of writing next two questions. Now we'll be moving on to multiplication. After addition, you write multiplication. M-U-L-T-I-P-L-I-C-A-T-I-O-N. Multiplication. M-U-L-T-I-P-L-I-C-A-T-I-O-N. Multiplication. Now, similarly, we'll take two whole numbers and we'll multiply. You write just the first number or the second number. You take any one. That's all. Now, I'll give you 7 into 8. 7 into 8 is a whole number. 7 is a whole number. 8 is a whole number. 7 into 8 you are getting 56. That is also a whole number. 7 into 8 equal to 56 is a whole number. 0 into 15. that is equal to 0. That is also a whole number. Similarly, you think of any number, any two numbers. 3 4s are 3 into 4, 12. 3, 4 and 12 are whole numbers. Yes. Multiplication, you have written the heading. I told you to write 7 into 8 is equal to 56. Just the first one you write. After writing multiplication, just write the first one. 7 into 8 is equal to 56. 7 into 8 equal to 56, a whole number. Okay. Now below that you can write. Below that you can write multiplication of multiplication of two whole numbers. Multiplication of two whole numbers is always a whole number. Multiplication of two whole numbers is always a whole number. Finished? Okay. Okay. Now what I am going to tell you, you have to put it in a box. Okay. You have to put it in a box. That is, you will be writing it. Later on, you can draw the box using color pencil or something. You can draw the box and keep it later. Okay. So now you write down closure property. Can you see it here? Closure property. Yes. Write it down. Closure property. CLO. Those who cannot see, I am dictating. Listen and write. Closure property. CLOSURE. CLOSURE. Closure property. PROPERTY. Closure property. Below that you can write whole numbers are closed under whole numbers are closed under addition and multiplication. Yes. Now we'll try with, what is the next one? We'll try with subtraction and division. Yes, we'll try with subtraction and division. Yes. Write down subtraction. Subtraction on the heading SUBTRACTION. Subtraction. Now you can see here, in subtraction you can see the first question. Can you see the tick mark I have put? Those who are not seeing, just listen. Okay. Subtraction. The numbers I give. The first one is 6 minus 2 equal to 4. The first one you can write in your notebook. 6 minus 2 equal to 4. 6 minus 2 equal to 4. Now look at the numbers. Are they all whole numbers? Yes, dear. I am asking you to write in notebook only. Subtraction 6 minus 2 equal to 4. Given you 6 minus 2 equal to 4. I have told you write subtraction. Under that you have to write 6 minus 2 equal to 4. 6, 2, 4. All are whole numbers. Now the next question you write 7 minus 8. 7 minus 8. Now you think, children, you have 7 toffee with you. You have 7 lollipops with you, you think. 7 lollipops with you. Now you have to give to your friend 8 lollipops. Is it possible? No, it is not possible. Yes. So what you do is where you have written 7 minus 8, you put equal to sign. 7 minus 8 equal to, you put question mark. 7 minus 8 equal to question mark. Now are you getting a whole number? 7 and 8 are whole numbers, but the answer is not a whole number. So you write there, not a whole number. 7 and 8 are whole numbers, but subtraction you cannot do. So you write not a whole number. Now let us now write the next heading, division. D-I-V-I-S-I-O-N, division. Have you written division? Under division, the first question you write 8 divided by 4. Under division, you write the first question 8 divided by 4. 8 divided by 4. 8 divided by 4 is equal to how much, children? When you divide 8 by 4, what is the answer? 2. Yes, you can write 8 divided by 4 is equal to 2. Is 8, 4 and 2 whole number? Yes. 8, 4 and 2 are whole numbers. Clear? Yes. 8, 4 and 2 are whole numbers. So you can write, put a comma. 8 divided by 4 equal to 2. You can put a comma and you can write there a whole number. Okay. Now below that, you write the next question. 5 divided by 7. You write the next question. 5 divided by 7. That is equal to. Can you divide? Can you divide 5 by 7? No. You can write it as a fraction. You can write it as a fraction. I have put it here. As a fraction, I have put it here. 5 by 7. I put it here 5 by 7. 5 divided by 7, I have put it here as 5 by 7 as a fraction. Okay. So it is a fraction. Fraction, is it a whole number? You write it as a fraction, 5 by 7. So 5 by 7, is it a whole number? No. No. So you can write 5 divided by 7. Yes, you can write 5 divided by 7 equal to 5 by 7 is not a whole number. You can write it as not a whole number. Okay. Put it as not a whole number. Now can you see the difference, children? Addition and multiplication, when you saw, whatever you do, the answer was also a whole number. When it comes to division and subtraction, the answers need not be always a whole number. Can you see that? Answers are not always a whole number. So what can you say about subtraction and division? Are they closed? Are they closed? Are you always getting the answer as a whole number? No, you are not getting the answer always as a whole number. So write down there. Below you write whole numbers, W-H-O-L-E, whole numbers. Can you see? Whole numbers. Whole numbers are not closed. Whole numbers are not closed. If you cannot see, you listen and you write. Whole numbers, W-H-O-L-E, whole numbers are not closed under, whole numbers are not closed under subtraction and whole numbers are not closed under subtraction and division. Whole numbers are not closed under subtraction and division. Now you can put this also. Yes, you can put this also. Earlier I told closure property. you have to write it in the, you have put it in the box. So this one also you can put it in the box. Okay. So this is all what I want to teach you today. Multiplication on the number line. Then we have done some exercise questions. And then we have done the closure property. Okay, children. Yes. I will try.